The sky was moody, gray clouds swirling over Harmony Creek. Danielle Campbell, yes, Davina Claire herself, was just out for a quiet stroll. The town was all charm. One main street, friendly faces, and the promise of a peaceful afternoon. But the weather had other plans. The air grew heavy, birds fell silent, and the clouds darkened, rolling in fast. Danielle glanced up, sensing trouble. She was supposed to meet her friends, Sarah and Ben, at a cafe. But now, the sky was about to unleash chaos. The first fat raindrops splattered down, quickly turning into a downpour. Wind whipped the trees, leaves swirling like confetti. Danielle didn't panic. She called her friends. "Change of plans. Stay put. I'm coming to get you." Suddenly, her day off became a mission. She dashed through the rain, determination in her eyes. The storm was just beginning, and Danielle was ready to face it. She wasn't just an actress on vacation anymore. She was the hero of her own story. The adventure was on. Harmony Creek was about to see what real courage looked like. Danielle braced herself, heart pounding. This was only the beginning. The sky opened up. Rain poured in sheets. Thunder rattled windows. Danielle ducked under an awning, watching the street flood. Cars splashed by, people scattered for cover. Sarah and Ben called from the cafe, voices shaky. Danielle stayed calm. "I'll come get you. Stay away from the windows." She sprinted to her car, soaked in seconds, laughing at the absurdity. The wind nearly tore the door from her hand. Inside, the world was muffled by the drumming rain. She started the engine, headlights slicing through the gloom. The streetlights flickered, the storm intensifying. Danielle gripped the wheel, ready for anything. She wasn't just driving, she was on a rescue mission. The adventure had truly begun. Every second the storm grew wilder. But Danielle's resolve only strengthened. She eased onto the flooded street, heart set on her friends. The town blurred by, rain and wind battering her car. She pressed on, undaunted. This was no ordinary drive. Danielle was in the eye of the storm, literally and figuratively, and she was just getting started. Driving through the storm was like battling an angry car wash. Wipers struggled, visibility was near zero. Danielle leaned forward, squinting through the rain. Lightning flashed, illuminating obstacles for a split second. She crawled along, dodging debris and rolling trash cans. Suddenly, the power went out. Total darkness except for her headlights and the lightning. It was eerie, but she pressed on, inch by inch. Giving up wasn't an option. Danielle used every flash of lightning to scan the road ahead. She was focused, determined, and resourceful. Each moment was a test of nerves. She wasn't just driving, she was navigating chaos. Her friends were counting on her. Danielle's courage shone through the darkness. She was unstoppable. Just as Danielle neared the cafe, a massive tree blocked the road. No way around. Dead end. Her heart sank, but she didn't freeze. She called Sarah and Ben. "A tree's down. I'll find another way." Panic rose, but Danielle was already scanning her phone for options. She spotted a tiny back lane on the map, a risky detour. "I'm trying the alley. Hang tight." Reversing in the rain, she navigated back to the narrow lane. The alley was muddy, overgrown, barely wide enough for her car. Branches scraped the sides, tires skidded in the muck. It was tense, every turn a challenge. But Danielle kept her cool, inching forward. She was way out of her comfort zone, but she refused to quit. For her friends, she'd brave anything. The car lurched, mud splattering, but she pressed on. The alley twisted and turned, but Danielle's determination never wavered. She was all grit and heart. Finally, the alley opened up. She'd made it past the obstacle. Danielle had turned a dead end into a daring escape. That's true courage. She was almost there. Nothing could stop her now. The alley spilled onto the main street, right behind the cafe. Danielle honked, and Sarah and Ben dashed out, drenched but relieved. They piled into the car, laughter and adrenaline filling the air. "You actually did it!" Sarah exclaimed. Ben grinned. "That was insane!" Danielle just smiled, happy to have them safe. The drive back was slow, but the fear had faded. Rain tapped the roof, but inside, they were warm and together. They'd share this story for years. Back at the house, they wrapped up in blankets, sipping hot chocolate. The storm still raged outside, but it didn't matter. They were safe, bonded by the wild night. Danielle gazed out the window, proud and grateful. She'd faced her fears and found new strength. Sometimes the bravest thing is just not giving up. Morning brought sunshine and calm. The storm was gone, leaving puddles and fresh air. Danielle and her friends stepped outside, marveling at the peaceful aftermath. They walked to the fallen tree, now being cleared away. "You drove around this?" Ben asked, amazed. Danielle smiled, realizing how big the challenge had been. She felt proud. She'd faced real danger and found a way through. Being brave isn't about not being scared, it's about acting anyway. Danielle had learned her own strength. The wild night had tested her, and she'd passed. Next time you see her on screen, remember this storm. She's got real courage, on and off camera. When life throws obstacles, you find another way. Sometimes the bumpy road leads to the best stories. And you just might discover something amazing about yourself.